EXPLORE360 is a program that Faith Family Academy has developed over about the last year and a half, of taking every grade level out of school for some type of outdoor learning adventure.
To bring learning outside the classroom, to teach students life skills, to teach them social skills, to teach them independence, and really learn about the real world experience outside of the classroom.
And so they take them and show them national parks and just different adventures just to get them out and to get their feet wet, to show them that there's more to the world instead of just in their own little city.
Right now we're out in Big Bend with our 10th graders. We have 35 students out here at this time. We're doing hiking in both the national park, Big Bend State Park, as well as a day of canoeing on the Rio Grande River. In the state park, we're going into 3 different areas. 2 are different canyons. One is more of a desert floor canyon, and more is kind of a high mountain type canyon that they're going to be exploring. And then they'll go down to the river area as well and see how wind and erosion can create different formations in just the environment out here.
The state park, we've done a couple interesting things. The first thing we did was to hike down into a canyon, a closed canyon. We were able to see really fantastic rock formations.
The main thing that caught my attention today at the state park was the Hoodos Park. I guess just because, I don't know, it's really unique if you think about it, because there's not much places like that. And the rocks just, I don't know, they're just really pretty.
What I did today in the state park was visit some ghost towns, go to the closed canyon and stick our feet in the river.
We were able to see a couple beetles. We were able to see a millipede that we held and took some pictures of, explained how they live and how they move. Just being experienced in an environment that none of us, including myself, has ever been in, because coming here to Big Bend has been on my bucket list, and I'm ecstatic about my experience here, and it's just been a great time exposing the students to things that they have never seen before and experienced, and then I'm learning along with them.
So canoeing is a great adventure. I think all our students here have never been in a canoe before. So again, they're learning paddling skills. They're learning navigational skills on water. They're learning to work as a team. There's going to be 2 people in a canoe, and they have to be working as a team as far as steering and paddling and providing horsepower for the canoe.
And it was an eye-opening experience being so close to the border of Mexico and USA. They saw canyons on Mexico's side and canyons on USA side, and just to canoe right in between both countries, they're like, wow, like literally right in between both countries and stuff. And you know, just to see how both sides work in that aspect, and just people swimming and having a good time in the river.
The canoe trip was pretty fun. As soon as we got in, we got really muddy, our shoes did, and then we started trying to figure out how to paddle. I had my friend in the back and me at the front. It was hard for him to steer because I was paddling super hard, trying to get ahead of everyone. But in the end, we found our pace and we kept going.
The Hot Springs area is a very unique place, and that's one reason I scheduled the trip that we do on this section of the river that we go by the Hot Springs. Number one, it's a nice break. You can get out of the boat, you can soak in a 104-degree hot spring, and just relax a little bit.
The kids loved it. Some of them even went all the way in, and I was like, what in the world? And then from there, they jumped into the cold river, and they were just having a blast, like a swimming hole. And I was just like, good for y'all, getting all wet and stuff. I stayed dry personally, but yeah, they loved it.
The national park, kind of a hidden gem in Texas. It's becoming more and more popular as people are learning about it. I've been coming down here for 25 years now. I've seen a lot of growth and development even in those 25 years. The unique part about this is there's a small mountain range called the Chisos Mountains. It's the only mountain range that's right in the middle of a national park in the country here. It's part of the Rocky Mountain chain, but it also gives our students the opportunity to see the difference in environmental zones between the desert floor and a mountain area.
The best thing I've learned so far is how this is all created and the history behind everything. That each layer of the mountain has different colors. And like the colors is like the years that it's been formed, or like each color is each year.
Today we've been hiking in the Santa Elena Canyon. We went up the hill and we were learning about some of the plants that grow here, the animals, and just really learning about the river, how it divides the United States and Mexico in the Chihuahua Desert.
Well, the camping experience has been amazing, actually. The food, oh, the stars. The stars is something good to talk about. Stars are really beautiful, something you can't see in the city.
A lot of students have never slept in a tent before, have never had to put up a tent, so they've got to do those things. They haven't slept necessarily outside, hearing the coyotes at night, getting out and see the stars in an area that just, is just amazing to get out in the middle of the night or even earlier in the night and see the vastness of the sky and just the proliferation of all the stars.
At first, I was scared. I thought that I wasn't gonna like it and that it was gonna be too hot or too cold, but I sleep comfortable and it's really good. And it's like something new, so it's very fun.
Part of our program that we instill in it is personal growth and personal development. Whether that's just learning to clean up after yourself, being responsible for your gear, being accountable for things, and learning skills. Not everyone just washes dishes at home, and here they'll learn how to process washing dishes. We teach them how to set up a tent. There's 3 things we emphasize taking care of on a trip, and that is yourself, the equipment that we use, and the environment. And so those are principles that you can also take into life.
To complete worksheets or tests, things like that, that's all good, but I know personally the greatest experiences I've had and the places I've learned the most and retained the most is when I've been outside, when I've been touching things, when I've been experiencing things on a daily basis. For the kids and the students to be out here walking around, looking at things, listening, touching, asking questions, I think these are the valuable experience that then they really can't get in a classroom setting.
I teach biology, so just to actually teach them about flora, fauna, plants and animals, about erosion. Right behind me, you have these mountains over here. Like, how did those mountains form in the first place? And about rocks geology. So it's outdoor education that the kids actually get involved in. They can touch it, they can smell it, they can see it, and sometimes, yes, they taste it.
What I would say to somebody that's scared of coming on a trip like this is that there's gonna be a lot of scary moments, but they're the funnest, and that you're really gonna enjoy this outdoor adventure.
You may be afraid, but you can overcome your fears out here. You can be scared of the water, you can be scared of heights. You can overcome your fears that way. You'll be with people, you'll be with your counselors and your leaders, so you won't have anything to be afraid about or to be worried about.
This is totally out of their comfort zone. A lot of people may not even ventured outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we understand that. I really encourage people to step out of their comfort zone, and that's part of the EXPLORE360 program, is to stretch that comfort zone, because that is where growth really happens. When you get outside and do things that you typically don't do, those experiences help you grow. And it may be even a negative experience that you may have. You can still grow from that. You may experience something that you want to carry on for the rest of your life. To really live an exciting life, you sometimes have to step out, you sometimes have to experience things that you haven't experienced before, and that maybe take a little bit away in the risk, but realize at the same time that we're going to manage those risks. We're not going to put you in any kind of a life-threatening situation. We're going to be there to support you, but we want you to be able to experience and see some things that you've never experienced before. You may not get another chance to experience again. Here we're giving an opportunity for them to go to an area that is just, totally foreign to most students, and that not everybody's going to respond the same way. Not everybody's going to get maybe excited the same way, but you're going to have a great experience and you're going to learn things. And to me, that's what life is about.
I feel like they should just go for it, because it's only once in a lifetime, and well, you never know, It's good to enjoy or do random things, new things. Get out of your comfort zone.
For parents and their concerns, we are conscious of that. I've been doing this for over 25 years now, working with youth in the outdoors, and we're training our staff as well. And we will always have a 10-to-1 ratio with students to adult leaders out here. And we're not putting our children at risk in any danger. It's just an opportunity to kind of say stretch that comfort zone and put them in situations where you can have growth. And it's really, I would just encourage you to encourage your child to go out and experience something that they're not going to have in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
You know, they're enjoying it. It's part of their development, and they're developing along with their peers too. And so they're just let them enjoy their life. They'll come back with a bunch of good stories to tell you.
They're gonna remember this. This is something that's going to be imprinted upon them, and that they're going to be able to talk about to their friends and maybe their children at some point. And so I think it's just that, and just a camaraderie. I think students have gotten to know each other better. I've gotten to know the students. I get to see a side of the students I don't see in the classroom. They get to see a side of me that they don't see in the classroom. I think that's useful. There's a certain bonding that can take place there, and so I think that's you know, the best thing you can do is establish good relationships, and I think what this experience has done a lot to promote that.
The purpose of a trip like this would be to explore new things, you know, see the outside really, or just, I don't know, find yourself in a way too.
My favorite thing that I try to instill in students is out of the ordinary events that make lasting memories. And so those experiences will be etched in their minds forever.